Hi, I here. This is a reading for the sign of Taurus. We're going to do a Celtic cross spread with a Thoth deck, and then we're going to pull 3 cards from the shadow deck. And those shadow cards are going to be to see if there's anything we should be aware of that might be happening in the background, or any extra confirmations, or anything we may be unaware of that we get, or that we don't get from the Celtic cross spread. So let's just go ahead and see what happens. All right. So this is for the sign of Taurus. Whether that is your rising sign, your sun, your moon, wherever that appears in your chart, that is totally fine. You can interpret this however you like. And remember, however these cards best resonate with you, take that interpretation. Whatever these cards speak to you as we are looking at them, use your own intuition to get whatever messages that you need. I will give my interpretation, but that's totally fine if you don't necessarily agree with what I have to say, or if you get more or maybe even less out of whatever I'm saying here. So again, use your intuition. Let these cards speak to you as they will. Let's just see what we need to be aware of, what things we can learn about for the sign of Taurus. All right, so let's see what we get. Let's do one more good shuffle here, and then we'll do our Celtic cross spread. Okay. All right. All right. What messages do we have for Taurus today? We have the Knight of Swords crossed by the Queen of Swords. In the recent past, we have the Ace of Wands. In the future, we have the Universe. Nice. In the unconscious energy, we have the Sun. In our conscious energy, we have the Moon. So that's a nice. The Sun, the Moon. Here we have in our present energy the Two of Swords. We have in our environment the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Emperor, and what we don't want, or what is our challenge. And here we have the Four of Wands and the likely outcome. Okay, so let's see what we get here. So we're going to see what's on the other side of this deck after we go through the main spread here. This will be representing what we don't see coming. So let's just see what we've got here. In terms of major arcana, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana. That's a pretty good amount. And I really just want to make sure I point out here the sun in the unconscious energy and the moon in the conscious energy, which is a little ironic, I think. And then we've got the universe here in the middle of everything, so that's kind of nice. And the Emperor and what we don't want. The Emperor almost seeming like he's blocking the Four of Wands up there, so that's kind of interesting. So there's some cool stuff happening here. Let's see as far as other amounts of things we've got. We have 1, 2 court cards I'm seeing, both in the present and what is crossing us in the present, both of air. And then in terms of other air cards, we have 1 over here. So we have 3 cards from the Suit of Swords. We have 1, 2 from the Suit of Wands, so 2 cards of fire energy. For earth energy, we just have this one here, and no cups. Okay, so no water energy here. So some interesting parallels with the Aries reading that we just had. So that's kind of interesting. In particular, we have the Knight and the Queen here that are right next to each other. So this is interesting. So let's just go ahead and see what we have. So we have the Knight of Swords in the center here. This is the present situation. So this is definitely a situation where you are having some sort of intellectual evaluation going on, is what I'm getting out of this. You have this you have a good grasp on whatever is going on around you, but maybe it feels a little bit cold. The Knight of Swords is someone who's very logical. He has clarity of thought. He has control over his thoughts. But he can sometimes be a little bit emotionally distant, and maybe that's the position that you're finding yourself in right now. And you are crossed here by the Queen of Swords, so I'm thinking that maybe this is someone else in your life that is equally a very logical thinker with you as well, but this is maybe the more emotional side where the sort of cut of the sword is used not so much to command and say this is what has to be, this is how things are, but to say like to be in a more nurturing way, pointing out things that can be improved upon or flaws that can be fixed, issues that can be resolved. But again, with a little bit of a coldness, but a more nurturing coldness. So maybe that's even the situation. I'm thinking either you're around someone else where you're having this situation. Maybe you're in a relationship and the two of you are looking at something in a very rigid, logical way, and maybe you need a little bit of that other partner to sort of balance out the sort of cold rigidness that you have as the Knight of Swords. So. Or again, maybe this is just you all by yourself, and these are sort of representing different ideas here, where you're currently in a situation of sort of a cold logical stiffness, and you are having sort of emotional issues sort of creep in and sort of soften what is your sort of strength as the Knight of Swords. Maybe you need a little bit of that balance, whether that's from another person or whether it's your own thoughts. That can go either way. So. But that's what I'm seeing is happening here in the present. In the past, I see the Ace of Wands. So I don't think things have always been cold. I think this comes from a start where things were very passionate and very warm and exciting. Maybe you're in a situation where things are starting to feel a little bit stale, and that's coming from sort of overthinking things and not living with the same sort of fiery, passionate energy. Maybe you've gotten stuck too much in a routine and you need something to sort of soften that routine so you can feel a little bit more in touch with the fire from which you came that you I think still have. In fact, I definitely think you have this fire inside you because your unconscious energy here is the sun. I think you are not just a cold, sort of logical thinker. There is warmth and passion inside, but I think it is this spark from the past. It's still burning inside you, but maybe it's not manifesting in your actual actions or the ways that you're interacting with other people. Um, and so here with the universe here, we have either an opening or a closing. It's the change of some sort of situation. I think maybe you are in some sort of situation where you are feeling a little stiff and stuck and cold, and you're trying to pull this energy of the sun back into your experiences and get that passion that you once had. I am sort of maybe feeling that this is some sort of relationship, possibly, and things are just, you've gotten in a routine where things, you know exactly what to expect. You complement each other very well, but almost too well to the point where it doesn't feel like there's the excitement that you need. And you're feeling this on the inside, that this reality is not something that you can ignore, that you still feel this passion, but you're not maybe sure how to express it. And I think in the future, I don't think this is like an ending, say, of the relationship or anything like that, but I think that this is a stale patch that you are eventually going to be able to rise out of, either by something new sort of opening up, some new opportunity. Maybe you're going to find some project to work on together or something that is going to take you on some adventure to some new place. Maybe that's exactly what you need. Maybe to spice things up a little bit, you need to actually go on some kind of journey to see the world and see what's out of just your little bubble that you're living in right now because things have just gotten a little too routine. But of course, that comes with its own bit of uncertainty. If you are a very rigid person that follows a strong routine, stepping out and seeing the world or the universe is going to require you to break out of that routine. And that can be a little, that can bring anxiety, that can bring uncertainty that the moon has here. But I think that uncertainty, that not knowing where things are going, is exactly what is going to be the strength of opening yourself up to this next whatever it is. Again, I think you're in a relationship that maybe needs a little bit of an extra spark to make things a little bit like exciting again. Just spice things up by going out and adventuring and seeing a little bit more of the world and seeing what things you can learn in the unpredictability of these new adventures. So that's kind of nice here. Let's see, your general present energy is the Two of Swords. This is a card of choice, but not really knowing what is the right choice. In fact, there usually is no right choice in this situation. it's about balancing two extremes and almost opting out of making a choice. I mean, maybe you realize that things are a little stiff and stale here and you don't really know what to do. You don't really see a way to make things more interesting or more exciting. You're just stuck in the routine and not knowing how to break said routine. Um, and here in the environment, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Maybe you've worked so hard to get where you are that you're feeling very comfortable. You're feeling very self-sustaining. You again, this can breed a sense of staleness, not sadness. I don't think things are bad, but there's definitely a sense here that you need to get out of the routine and enjoy. Maybe this is the card that's saying you need to actually enjoy the fruits of your labor. You've worked so hard to build this routine and this happiness. You need to go out and see the world, spend the money that you've been saving up, and when you've been building this routine, and enjoy it. You know, get out there and enjoy it. Maybe the reason the Emperor is here in what you don't want, or is in your challenge here, is that perhaps you feel like the king of your castle or the queen of your castle. You know, you're the commander, whatever that is for you. And maybe you're tired of that. You know, it's almost maybe gotten too easy, and you're not really sure what to do to bring back this fiery passion that you once had, but you know that that fire that's inside of you does need to come out. You need to experience things. You can't ignore the fact that you're feeling a little stuck and stale. So, you know, I think you're in a position where things have gotten so nice, you're so good at commanding that you want to break from that, you know? And I think the solution is to go out, go have some fun, go have some adventures, go see things that are unpredictable and uncertain, and let those new challenges, you know, bring you something exciting to enjoy. And here in what we have as the inevitable, not inevitable, but the likely conclusion here is the Four of Wands, which is usually some kind of celebration. Maybe that's what you need. Is if you're not really in a situation where you feel like you can get out and go on a vacation or anything like that, maybe you need to throw a party. Maybe you need to bring all the people that you love and care about to your home and show off just how great things are. I mean, don't be a show off in a sort of look at me kind of way, but you know, bring the people you care about together and celebrate the positive things that you've done from working so hard. And again, trying to throw a party is definitely a unpredictable experience. You can plan all you want, but you never know what things can go wrong or what's going to happen as that party unfolds. So again, this is, I think, embracing new experiences, maybe getting out of this routine that you're stuck in and doing something fun, whether it means going out and having a good night, going on a vacation with your partner, or even on your own. Just something new, to celebrate all of the good work that you've done. You've worked really hard to get where you are. You're feeling comfortable. Things are nice. Use it, you know? What's the point of building up all of that wealth and stability if it's not really ever going to get used or go anywhere? So that's what I'm seeing here. Let's see what we don't see coming on the bottom of the deck. I'm feeling party here. That's the Three of Cups. That's a celebration. I think this Four of Wands is representing that you want to have some sort of gathering, again, maybe in your home or in your near, just somewhere celebrating. Maybe go out and visit family, go on a vacation and see the loved ones that you never get to see that are in your extended family. Go on a trip to see these people and, you know, show them how well you're doing and see how well they're doing, and celebrate together this happiness of coming together as a group and bonding over success and stability and happiness. Again, nothing about this is saying sad, it's just saying stale to me, honestly. So yeah, that's pretty good. Let's see what we get now in the shadow deck. So we'll pull 3 cards and see what happens here. It's a pretty nice positive reading. I like this. This was good. I hope you're doing well, and I really hope that you are able to get out and cut loose a little bit. Do something fun with your time. You seem like you're in a good, stable position, so, you know, use what you got. Let's see if there's anything we should be aware of that is sort of related maybe to our emotions. Maybe there's a little bit more that we're anxious about in the moon rather than just the unknown. I mean, right now, my interpretation of the moon there is that that's actually a positive thing. The unknowns or what are going to keep things exciting. So maybe we'll see if there's a little bit more related to that, or just whatever comes out of these cards. Let's see what they want to tell us. So we're going to pull 3 cards, and then once again we'll see what is on the bottom of the deck. And that'll be your reading for today. So let's see what we get. Okay, so all right. We have the 10 of Cups, the 4 of Spheres or Pentacles, and the World again. It's kind of nice that the World fell right on top of the World there. So I think vacation. I think celebration. I think you want a vacation too. I think you want to get out and see things, you know. And I'm feeling maybe a family vacation. Go see your extended family. See people that you are, you know, that you're maybe not as close to as you wish you were. People that you can share your experiences and gain new ones from them. And I think this is something you desire as well. 10 of Cups. This is, you know, this is emotional satisfaction. This is the completeness in the emotional realm, which we didn't have any cup cards until we saw what was on the bottom of the deck here. So again, I think I'm still really feeling like you're just feeling a little kind of cold from the routine. Go out, have that celebration, and I think when you come back, you're gonna feel just how happy that's gonna make you. You're gonna really feel a little bit more of a sense of success from everything that you've done so far. So that's nice. And here with the 4 of Pentacles, this is the card of stability. Again, I think this is right here in the middle energy, right on top of those 2 swords cards that we have. I think you are very stable. I think you have put in the time to make sure that everything is running like a well-oiled machine. If you've got a family that you're raising or any kind of situation at home, I think everything is going very smoothly. Again, I think too smoothly. Get out there, see the world, and you're gonna feel that extra joy that you're not feeling currently. You'll get that experience from getting out and seeing more people and doing more things. And again, I'm really feeling maybe go on a nice vacation to see your family and see what they're doing and see if they can maybe teach you some stuff, or you know, just get caught up with whatever they're doing. So let's see here. On the bottom of the deck, we have the moon again. Remember, I mentioned the moon. This is what you don't see coming, and I think I still feel this is a positive. I think the unknowns of this trip are going to trip you up. You know, it's called a trip for a reason, I guess. But I think you're going to have a really nice experience putting yourself out there and testing just how well this well-oiled machine can adapt to the unknown and the uncertainty of seeing the world. And I think that's really going to make you happy. I think it's going to be a really nice sort of extension of where you've gotten to so far. And nothing in this is telling me that anything is going to go poorly after this. This is just I think a little poke to say, hey, you know, you need to get out of your routine and do something exciting and fun. And I think it's really going to make you feel good. So this was a really positive reading. I really like that. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of it. And yeah, I will see you next time.